just being here. I appreciate it. So Bob says we should make the recording available to those who took the time to be here. Maybe, we'll see. I made this training available for those of you guys who took the time to be here. So I love you. But that's a great idea. Maybe we'll see. Stick around to the end. We might work on some stuff. I'm always open to negotiating. So very cool, guys. In the group, let me know why you guys are here. Okay, let me know why you guys are here. But before we get into that, I want to directly just kind of jump into, what got you guys all here, right? And that was the case study. So I thought I'd dig into the case study a little bit more and talk about that. So let's do it, right? And so feel free to throw down here any questions that you guys have about this particular campaign, and we'll try and go through it, okay? So here's what it was, right? And what ended up happening is we got about 297 leads, and let's see if we can show you here. If I go into Messenger ad effectiveness, it'll actually, and this is a custom report that I created, it'll show us how many leads that we got over this time period, okay? Now you'll see 285 leads actually came in that way. Somehow, 397 ended up in their chatbot, so whatever to that. But what's really interesting is that you can actually go through and see what the cost per lead was. And here's what I want to show you, right? So per messaging conversation, it actually tells you right here, right? And so you can see for our messaging conversations, we were getting leads, and these are real estate leads. And those of you guys who are in the real estate kind of niche or know anything about it, people get leads for $5, $10, $15, $20, dollars sometimes. We were getting leads for 50 cents at the beginning of this campaign, right? Can you guys hear me? Is the audio okay? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Only see Chocolate John. Let's see. Not getting the PowerPoint. No, let's see. Okay, we can hear us. We got that. We want to be looking at some of these stats here. Okay, let's dig into some of these stats. This is what I want to start with here, because people in our industry, they are used to getting leads for $5, $6, $7, and we were able to come in and to slash their lead price in a tenth, right? And so you can see here, messaging conversation. That's people who are messaging our bot. We were getting leads for $1.50 and 82 cents. And if you look over here on the right side of the screen, you'll see our previous lead forms. Now, granted, these were earlier in our campaigns, earlier in our journey in our career, but we were getting leads for $27 and $50. So imagine if you could literally slash your lead price in 50 and in 20, like what that could do. And so the reason that this is so valuable and the reason that this is so important is because, look at the difference in price, right? We were able to get them. I was just talking to one of our clients yesterday, and they were saying, this is, we've by far gotten more leads from here than any other way, right? And more leads for a lot less expensive than any other way. And that's because the lead form, they're just expensive, right? You can see they're expensive. People are very hesitant to give up their name and number before they have any really interaction with you. I'll talk a little bit later about our landing page kind of experience, but those of you guys who run landing pages or make ClickFunnels or sites or WordPress sites or things like that, conversion is a hard thing to get. Conversion is very, very hard. We were getting, sometimes 10, 15, 20%, of people would actually convert on the landing page. And it's maybe it's because I came into this, digital marketing game a little late. And so I'm not as good at creating landing pages, and I just that's okay. I suck at it. But I was trying to find new avenues to be able to get conversions and get leads for our clients. And what's also great is that it saves me time. When I create an opt-in for a chatbot, it takes me 6 minutes, right? And it has almost a 70, 80%, 90% opt-in rate sometimes 95% opt-in rate sometimes, right? And the challenging thing is, in order to make a landing page, how long does it take, even with something like ClickFunnels, to create a high converting landing page? So I'm curious, if you guys are on the call, do you guys use lead pages lead forms or landing pages? Is that something that you guys do? And if you guys do, which ones are you guys using? Are you guys using lead forms, or are you guys currently using landing pages? Let me know in the comments and in the chat so I can kind of, kind of doing it. So I think about like what it does and the price that it changes, you know, for your leads. And also what's also different is conversion campaigns are some of the most expensive campaigns to run, right, on the newsfeed. And what I mean by that is conversion campaigns are some of when you're bidding, conversion ads and conversion campaigns are some of the highest bids on a news feed. And if you think about it, right, like you're just competing with tons of other people who want your buyers, right? Who want your people who are opting in. So here's another way where you can really, really utilize a blue ocean of people who aren't taking advantage of this. So it's easier because people are hitting less buttons to opt in. And it's cheaper because Facebook is actually, not only are they favoring these people, they're favoring messages, but they're favoring, you know, there's just less people doing messages campaigns. So by doing it, you know, you're able to really stand out that way. Is that cool? Is that cool? Anybody down with that stuff? So it looks like you guys are using landing pages, looks like WordPress landing pages, lead pages. Okay, cool. So this is going to be great because when people ask me like, do I need a website? And I'm like, you could really deliver everything through your bot, right? You really could deliver everything through your, right through your chatbot. So you don't need any of that stuff. Let me know, guys. And okay, I've got sound is okay. I'm sorry, Laura Lee and Ty. Hopefully you guys can figure that stuff out. I'd hate for you guys to miss this stuff, but we are recording. Okay, cool. So here's what's in it for you guys, right? Let's hop back and let me try and do this correctly. Let's hop back to this and okay, great. And let's talk about you guys, right? Let's talk about why this is important for you guys. So let's get these out of here. We'll come back to that. And I guess, you know, you guys can see that, so you guys can see what's coming up later. But let's talk about you guys right now. Is that cool? So let's talk about you. You know, I think about it for you. There's two things that you can use this. The first thing is you can run it for clients, right? So you can run chatbot campaigns for clients, or you can run them for yourself. And here's what I mean by that, right? You can use this tool, and you can now use this skill, and you can sell this skill to people so they'll pay you to run their Facebook campaigns, and then you just throw your chatbot skill on top, you know, and you throw the chatbot on the end of it, right? You can use it to, if you're already currently offering digital marketing services, this can now be a upsell, or it can also be something that you offer kind of just as a value add. So what's great about it is that you can use this, you know, to really, I guess that's great. Let's just call it that. You can use that as an upsell or as a value add. And what that means is that it's an additional offering. So, hey, if you want to pay me more, then I'll do this chatbot thing for you. Or if you really, you know, just want to give more value and just make it even easier, that's what we do for our clients. It's just like, hey, this is how we do it. Yeah, this is how we get such good results. The reason that you hear so much about us is because we get good results, and this is how we do it, right? And we, you know, I teach all my students the right way to sell chatbots, but that's kind of what it is. Or you can use them for yourself, right? And I know tons of people who use chatbots, and they don't sell chatbots to other businesses, but they actually use it to actually build their own business, right? One of my good friends, Maxwell Finn, is like killing it. He's crushing it. He's, you know, his course, he was like one of the few people who built and launched his course, and his chatbot list in a matter of about a month got bigger than his email list, right? And so if you think about that in a short, you know, month period to have, you know, and he's running ads and he's throwing, you know, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars of budget into ads every day, but he's able to amass, you know, 20, 30,000 subscribers, launch a whole course and, you know, community around it. So you can also use them for yourself. So just so, you know, I've asked a lot of questions, and I'm sorry guys, but I really want to make this so relevant for you guys. What are you guys going to use it for? Are you guys going to use them to sell to clients and use them as like part of a, you know, your agency? Or are you going to be using it for your own business? Let me know. So Bob says both. Alpha says both. Mauricio says selling. Sean says both. clients, Kirby says their own business. Okay, cool. So lots of stuff. All right. Well, that's great. So you can use it for that, right? What I think about is like, I had such a hard time getting into this digital marketing thing at the beginning because my funnels just weren't converting, right? Is really what it is. I just was having poor conversions. And that's because there was two things that was going on. The first is that everybody's sending emails, everybody's creating landing pages, everybody's running Facebook, everybody's doing the normal stuff, right? So if I just go in and do the normal stuff, I'm not gonna be able to stand out that way. And the second thing is that everybody was already selling Facebook ads. So when my agency came around and when I said, oh, I'm gonna do Facebook ads because I know how to do them. Well, yeah, you and your mother and your aunt and your cousin and everybody thinks that they know how to do Facebook ads, right? So not like 95% of people don't even know what a chatbot is. So that's the beautiful thing, is that there's really this blue ocean for you, right? So you can have clients coming to you. One of my students just messaged me and said a lawyer came out of the woodworks and messaged him, and he sold his first chatbot right after he joined the course. So clients coming to you, when you sell chatbots, you literally can walk into anybody, right? And nobody's pitching chatbots, okay? Even though in the digital marketing sphere and you're in the ManyChat community, a lot of you guys are, hear about chatbots a lot, but outside of our tiny little world, people have no idea what they are. So I can teach you how to position it and how to help them understand it correctly. But you can have your picks of any industry that you want. Just imagine that any business that you walk down the street, you can go in and pitch them a chatbot. And in our course, we talk about how to make them work for any business. But the point is that you can go out there and sign clients. And the last thing is if you guys are running them for yourself, I think about it when I helped launch a CrossFit gym, and they were brand new, had never, they rebranded, and had like an old workout place before, but they just got their CrossFit stuff and their CrossFit license. And I helped them launch it, and they were having nothing was coming in. And I guess I meant to share this story later, but I'll just share this story now. What was happening is they kind of were like, all right, we need you to help us launch our gym. Can we do it with Facebook ads? And we're like, yes, of course, we got you. Like, let's do it. And this was very early in our agency career. But we took them on as a client, and for the first 2 weeks, absolutely nothing. We were just burning through budget, just blowing through it. Nothing was happening. People were clicking on the website, but when they got to the website, nobody was giving their email, and anybody who gave us their email, they weren't opening in. Nobody was definitely not coming in. So just nothing. People were like getting nervous, right? But then what happened is I had been listening to this, digital marketer podcast, and what happened was I ended up hearing about chatbots, and I was like, fuck it, we got nothing to lose. Let's try it. And we turned around, and I got to go back and dig up the campaign because this was months ago, but we turned it around, and within 2 weeks, we had not only come back and broke even on their ad spend, right, from the negative that we had, but we had gone above and 10x the ad spend that they had put out. So just by nothing changed, same creative, almost same copy, same almost everything. All that we did was we just adjusted it to a chatbot, and literally the results soared. So that's the great thing about it is that you're having results, and you're kind of having results now. When you switch it to a chatbot and you switch it to messenger marketing, boom, instantly the conversions just go up just because you're using that thing, right? So that's huge. So let's kind of get into the meat and potatoes because that's what we're here for, right? And is that cool? Like, let's, is anybody excited about this stuff? Is anybody like, you can hear me, like I get jazzed about chatbots. It's kind of weird, but is anybody excited for what we're going to get into? Because here's what we're going to cover today. All right, here are the lessons. First one, how to create a no-brainer offer that people can opt into with 2 clicks. Okay. That was huge for me, right? We're going to talk about that and we're going to talk about some big things, big mistakes that a lot of Facebook marketers make. And we're also going to talk about how you can really leverage the Messenger platform to really make it easy for people to opt in. So that's going to be huge. Second thing is we're going to talk about how to deliver your funnel with your chatbot. So I'm going to try and go in. Sometimes when I stream and when I'm on live calls, my computer goes a little slow, but I want to show you as much as I can how to actually go in and create your funnel with your chatbot, right? And that's the coolest thing is that a chatbot is a funnel delivery system. When I talk to marketers, like, and they understand what a funnel is, I'm like, oh, a chatbot, it just delivers your funnel. Whatever your funnel is, the chatbot will deliver it. Yeah, if you do whatever your funnel is, if you do tripwires, if you do free plus shippings, if you do webinars, if you do high ticket coaching, if you do strategy calls, whatever you do for your funnel, your chatbot will deliver it for you, right? So that's huge. So, and the last thing is we're going to talk about how to get 10 relevant scores and 80-cent subs to your chatbot. And we're not talking about sandwiches, okay? We're talking about subscribers. So Larry's excited, Julio's excited, Sean's excited, Kevin's excited. Who else is down? And I know that we've got a couple of things that we're going to get into. So make sure you drop down any questions into the chat as well. And yeah, let's do it, guys. Let's definitely do it. Okay. So let's dive in. And I guess this is a good, I've kind of ranted on a little bit, but I have it here in my notes. I have here in my notes to just talk about that. Now is the time, guys. Now is the time to go out and utilize this stuff, because nobody's doing it right now, right? Nobody is using messenger marketing, even though you see a lot about it, and you're in the chat community and you're in the chatbot community, so it is all over your Facebook. But guys, outside of our community and outside of our news feeds, nobody is talking about it yet, and we are going to bring the shovels to this gold rush. So I'm going to talk about that later, but I just want to let you know that now's the time to act. And here's the thing. If you guys, you know what? I want to give you guys a template right now to use, right? I want to give you guys a template to use to go out and get anybody who wants a client right now. Who wants to get a client? Who wants a template that's gotten them 30 to 40 interested people into their I'm gonna see if I can pull it up here, because that would be awesome, right? That's what I want. Chatbot training slide. So give me a second. My computer's pulling it up. So guys, I want to show you a post that has actually helped me, my agency. Let's see. This is an old training that I ran. Let's see, where is it? All right, here it is. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. All right, guys, it's coming up in a second. It's coming up in a second. And okay, so I want you to steal this, okay? Here's the way to get your own, here's the way to get your first chatbot client, okay? I want you to steal this, okay? You can just make a post and you just say, who wants a free sales automation software installed on their business page, okay? Who wants a free sales automation software installed on their business page? That's all you have to put. Now, what's important is that you get the big text. You got to have some friends who are, business owners. But here's another one, right? Jamie, who stole my, I'll tell you, here's what happened. I was running a test because for my students, one of my main goals is help them get more chatbot clients. And so I wanted to find a post that could be duplicated that could be used by anybody to get a chatbot client. And so I posted this one up here, right? And then about a day and a half later, I see this and I was like, huh, that looks awfully like my post. And so I just commented on it, and I was just kind of, I could care less, honestly. But he reached out to me, Jamie, and he said, hey, thank you so much. I took your idea and I actually got a client from it. And I was like, fuck yeah, that's awesome, because that was actually my goal. Like, you just proved my theory right, that someone, and Jamie, I believe, lives in Nigeria. So if he can get a client in Nigeria with this, you can get a client wherever your ass is at, right? So couple of things that's important, all right? First is the big text. You got to just make sure that the big text is there. If it's small text, no one's going to get it because they're not going to read it, okay? Now notice I don't call it a chatbot, right? I do not call it a chatbot because nobody calls things chatbots, right? I call it a free sales automation software. That's it. That's all I do, installed on their business page. Now here's where you get the client, because all you do is you just connect ManyChat to their business page. You tell them, okay, cool, the software is installed. And they go, well, what do you mean? And go, okay, yeah, it's installed. Here you go. If you want to use it, there's a bunch of trainings. It's free software. You keep it right there. And they're like, oh, well, I thought that, you whatever, And now it just creates an opportunity for you to open that dialogue, right? Or you can create their chatbot and then offer them Facebook ad services to grow their chatbot, because honestly, in a ManyChat, sequence, you can build in 35, 40 minutes, send to them, set it up on their page. But guess what? If they don't have ads running to it, or they don't know how to grow it, it's just going to sit there. So it's not going to mean anything to them. So you tell them, yeah, well, it's built for you, but like you got to run ads to it. And they're like, well, I don't know how to run ads. And you're like, well, I know how to run ads. So it's an awesome way to do it. Okay. So now you just post it there, or you can just sell them a chatbot from the people who commented. Look at my partner on the right here. Okay. Now we work in the real estate niche. So understand that they are not doing online sales. So if you're in a niche, or you're in an industry that does not do sales directly online, right? They're not like pulling out their credit card and buying right there. Then understand that you can call it a lead generation software, or an appointment scheduling software, right? Like a lot of clients that we work with, they're in the medical spa industry. And so they actually have people call in and schedule appointments. Well, you can actually do that right through the bot. So you could call it whatever your niche is going to understand, right? And if you look here, what I love about it is both of these people beat me in engagements, right? I think I got like 40 comments. Dan got 70. Jamie got like 50. So you can use this. Literally, you can post this stuff. I know. Maybe if you're on your computer, post on your Facebook, but stay here. This is something that you can use. Okay, is that helpful? Is that helpful? Does anybody think I want to encourage you guys to steal that stuff? So remember, free sales automation software. Okay, and let me know at the end of it if anybody gets any engagement on it. Make sure it's got the big letters, and do not call it a chatbot ever. All right, let's hop back. Let's hop back to the lessons that we're talking about. Okay, because what was the original goal, right? The original goal is how to create a no-brainer opt-in with less than 2 clicks. Here's the thing. I've seen so many people in a lot of old school businesses, a lot of old school, brick and mortar businesses, they just say, hey, call me, right? Think about like the typical like Yellow Pages ad, right? It's just like a bunch of just like features and benefits just thrown at you. And then it's like, call us, right? That's so unappealing. That's so not going to work, right? So one of my mentors, Joe Polish, who I got a chance to meet a couple of weeks ago, he says, make an offer. Don't be available, right? You have to make an offer. Don't just be available. And the reason that is I work in the real estate industry, and I see so many people who they just make posts and they run all these ads, and it's like, they're like, no, Facebook ads don't work. I've ran Facebook ads. I've boosted posts. I've done that, and nothing happens. And I look at their ads, and it's because all they do is they're available, right? They just say, hey, here's a house, 2 stories, 2 bedrooms. Here's the price, right? No, make an offer, right? When I was with my client the other day, we were talking about like, what can you do? And he says, well, we have a program that can get them up to $17,000 towards their down payment. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's fucking awesome. That's what we need to be talking about, right? Like, that's what we need to be using. So make an offer. Don't be available, right? And what that means is you have to give them something that they actually like, that's going to get them excited to take action on it, right? So that's huge. And what this is going to do is this is actually going to put your customers in a buying mindset. And the challenge is when we're running marketing or running ads, and especially with chatbots, because there is such a low barrier to entry, there is a possibility that you might get people who aren't necessarily as excited or as committed or as ready to buy as someone who is going to give you their name, their number, their address, their social security number, their credit card number, right there, like on the spot, right? So realize that because it is low barrier to entry, you're able to, it gets a lot more people in the net and in the funnel. And ideally that's a good thing, right? And you should just, we'll talk about later how to implement, qualification systems and how to implement things that are there so that you can qualify them within the bot. But I would rather get them subscribed, interact with them, give them some value, and then find out whether or not they are available, whether or not they're the right consumer, than to just completely eliminate them from the beginning, right? So it's a really, really easy way to get, by giving them an offer, though, consumers, in the right buying mindset. So here's a little tip, okay? Here's a little tip. What you can do is you can actually, what I call like siphon traffic. And it's kind of a gray hat area. So don't attribute this to me. If this ever gets brought back to me, Jesus, you know, but one thing that a lot of people are doing, I'm not doing it, but I'll tell you what other people are doing, is they are finding top articles, top blogs, and they are running ads and traffic to that blog, right? Or running traffic to that website and running it to audiences that fit like those people. And they're just delivering the blog and the article in a button on their chatbot, and it's getting them a subscriber. So think about it, right? What if you could send a blog post that Tony Robbins just posted to all the fans of Tony Robbins, and everybody who clicks on it also becomes a subscriber? And then when they become a subscriber, you know all the beautiful things that you can do when they become a subscriber. You can deliver them content, more stuff. You know that they're into Tony Robbins, so you can affiliate market them all Tony Robbins stuff, or whatever your niche is. If your niche is candles, you can find the top candle blog, right? And what you can do is you can deliver the top candle blog to people who have expressed interest in liking candles. They click on your chatbot, they become a subscriber, and then the next day you go, oh, hey, here's some awesome candle recommendations that we have for you as well. So it is a great way to be able to go through it, right? And no, you can literally just run the article to them. So in a little bit, I'm going to tell you how you can run ads straight to articles, straight click to Messenger as well. So we'll talk about that, okay? But that's a little tip, all right? A little tip. Cool. So that's kind of the first lesson, right? And I think that's kind of general, but is that helpful? Sean said that simple mind, that's the topic. And Amir says, great golden nuggets. So what was most helpful? And do you guys think that you guys can actually add offers through your chatbot? Could you guys actually use offers? Or do you have, websites or blogs or things like that you could actually deliver through your chatbot to get subscribers? I'm curious if you could actually use some of that stuff as well. So Vaughn Koenig, it looks like you need to turn off your camera. I can't see anybody's cameras, so I don't know what's going on. Might be some awkward stuff going, so hopefully you guys pay attention. All right, so hopefully that was helpful. Okay, let's talk about how to deliver your funnel with your chatbot. And let's actually go into, I want to use, let's see if I can actually get into ManyChat here so you guys can see behind the scenes of what I'm talking about. Laura Lee and Ty, I'm only going to have the replay to my students, so send me a message if you want to join the course. This is actually going to be for them, but I decided to open it up for everybody because I was like, this is going to be a good one. So you can reach out to me and we'll figure it out. Well, let's talk about that, right? Because when you run now here's the thing. I'm a ClickFunnels affiliate, right? I love ClickFunnels, okay? I will never tell people not to collect email addresses, all right? Just last night, or maybe it was this morning. No, it was last night. I created a lead form, and we're going to run a lead form campaign. So here's the thing. I will never tell people that they can't do all that other stuff, right? What I will tell you, though, is that when you start to deliver your funnel through these things, when you start to deliver your funnel through chatbots, when you start to deliver your funnel through messenger marketing, it is a game changer, right? It is a game changer, right? So let's go in here and this is my personal one, and let me just show you why. And some of you guys already know these things, but the open rates are absolutely incredible. So I remember for me, when I was doing, first got into digital marketing, I was doing what they told me, email marketing, collect emails, active campaign, MailChimp, like I did the whole thing. The problem was that nobody was opening my emails. Nobody was actually opening. Like I would be lucky to get like 10 to 15, I would be lucky to get 10% of people to open it, right? And part of it was because it wasn't even getting delivered, right? It was getting like blocked by all the filters and all the, spam and stuff like that. It was getting blocked by all of it. So it was like a godsend when I found chatbots, because like if you look at some of these open rates, all right, and what I want to share with you is that like these are not just like a few messages, right? Like I love this 200 subscribers, 6 messages, 98.8% open rate. Like that's That's incredible, right? Like that's huge. That's over 1,200 messages and like 1,100 of them, 1,150 are being opened. That's huge, right? 100%, 98, like 96. So we already know that running these two, running your sequences through chatbots are huge, right? So we already know that stuff. If I were to jump over into my broadcast, you would see that some of the individual one-off messages are the exact same thing. So let's dive in and let me just kind of show you what I mean by this. So we know that there are sequences, and that within these sequences we can deliver our messages, right? And so what I would encourage you to do is to use all of your normal fundamentals that you use for your email marketing or affiliate marketing. Use all your normal fundamentals, but just integrate it right into your chatbot. And so you'll have follow-ups, and you'll have, ways for them to be able to do, get out of subscriptions and into subscriptions and interested in other products, right? Jim says, what's the unsubscribe rate? It's pretty high for bots. And it's like, yeah, absolutely, right? But the subscription rate is also high. The engagement rate is also high. And the reality is if someone wants to unsubscribe to you, why are people so worried about unsubscription rates? Like, if they don't want to talk to you, stop talking to them. I love you, Jim. But the reality is that we need to create, like that's how marketers get a bad name, is when you create, when you force things on people. And it's like, that's the great thing about bots, is it creates an easy, really low barrier to entry to actually get them in. And then what it does is it makes it a very easy, low barrier entry to get them out, right? Like it's really, really easy. And I've had people, what's so funny is I've had people opt out and opt into my bot multiple times, like opt in and out of my bot like 2 or 3 times. And I kind of like, it's funny, right? But that it is what it is. And the thing is if they don't want your value, like, why do you, like, if they don't, I don't know how to explain it. If they don't want it, like, why do you want to keep giving it to them, right? Or make your stuff better, right? But like unsubscribes are fine. The reason that unsubscribes are so low on emails because they're not opening them. So it doesn't bother them because it doesn't, like, you know what I mean? So don't be worried about the unsubscribes. Here's a cool thing that I want to show you. Look at this. This is one message, okay? This is one message that's delivered the second day that they opt in, okay? This is one message that's sent to them, and it's a series of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 interactions. In my course, I call it the kind of the story, the story sequence, right? Or it's the it's the story message. I have to find a better word for it, but take a look at this, okay? And Kuni says, do I have a tutorial? Yeah, there's a free challenge that kind of gets you set up. You can go on my profile, and then I have a course too that's a little more in depth. But check this out. So you'll notice that it's sent to 200 people, 99% opened it, and 28% clicked, okay? So that's fine, right? 28% clicked, right? 57% clicked, and 4% of it, 4% said sure, because I've edited this message quite a few times. But 28% of it clicked, right? So look at that. Here's the important number. 57 people started this train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So, and then 40 people got to the 6th message, right? Like if you think about that, 40 out of that, so that's 40 out of 57, that's 66%. Here's the crazy thing, right? So when we think about click-through rates, oh, I had a 20% click-through rate or a 30% click-through rate, whatever. No. Check this out. 60% of the people who started this conversation with me went all the way through, right? 70%, excuse me. Thank you, Kevin. All the way through, right? So it's like they're having a conversation with their best friend because they're sitting there interacting with it, right? So here's just a cool way for you to be able to deliver it, all right? So when I am building my stuff, okay, I always go into, I always build it in content, and I'll share why in a little bit. And Jesus, we're coming up on, it's 11:39, so we're coming up on a little bit. How much time do you guys have? Is anybody in a rush to get out of here? I'm curious, like if this is a waste of time, by all means, peace, you guys can leave. But I'm sorry if this is like I get excited about this stuff. Sean says the more content, the better. Bob says he's late for his beer. You know what? Go get a beer. Take this on your phone. Watch this on Zoom. So let's just call this, we're just going to call this test, okay? And I want to kind of show you and walk you through kind of my process for how I do it. So I showed you the sequence, okay? And what those are, and I get into, you know, some accelerator methods, and I'll kind of show you what's it a little bit better. Kirby says, is that an empty open house for another realtor? Okay. Cooney says the recording, maybe stick around to the end and we'll talk about how you can get the recording. So I always use Flow Builder, okay? I love Flow Builder, all right? So let's go in here and Jim, ask your question again at the end because I want to talk about that if you'd like, but I feel like that's going to take a whole little bit to answer. So what I do is I have this starting step, and you'll notice there's this green thing. And then what I do is I decide, okay, what's my call to action? And I'm going to put that at the end. I'm going to put my call to action, and I don't even actually create any of the words yet. I just go, okay, here's what I want them to do, and I'm going to have them do this. Here's what I want, and I can decide that I want them to, you know, click this button, right? I want them to go to this website, right? You know, let's just call it, you know, go to website. And I'm going to say that, you know, click that website, okay? Now, what I'll also do is I'll also decide what do I want them to be categorized when they click that button. And so if they get to the end, I can actually perform an action. I'm going to click this button here, and I'm going to say that I want them to be tagged with certain things, right? And so I can click this, and I'm going to add an action just like I would on a button or a quick reply. I'm going to add a tag. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply drag this button to this tag, to this action box, so that when they click that button, they're going to get tagged with that. And so what happened was when you guys clicked to join, I actually had a little button on here that said, oh, I know who showed up and I know who didn't. So I want to make it, you know, really, you know, so when we follow up and I, you know, maybe I will send you guys the replay. You know, since you guys are here, I can know who showed up. So I can track that. So I'm going to start at my call to action. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to treat this person like a human. And I'm going to think about, if I was a human being, how would I have this conversation with them? Well, oh yeah, okay. I probably need to say this. And so I probably need to just like have an intro and say like, hey, what's up? Right? Or something like different. Not like, hey, we have this new training. It's this, and this time it's next week. Hey, we're going to talk about this and all this different stuff. And do you want to buy that? And then we have this, and you can buy this affiliate offer. No. It's like, yo, did you hear about this? Like, that's it. And then I'm going to create a response, right? And then I'm going to make the next one. So I'm going to hit this quick reply. And so I'm going to make them engage with it. So now, for those of you guys who have, you know, questions about, you know, the promotional or the 24-hour out window, I never send anything promotional on the first message, right? So I'm just going to put, you know, just reply, whatever. You can create a nice little fun, you know, response like a, you know, like a real conversation, Cuny says, right? And then I'm going to create the next little bit. And I'm going to say, okay, well, what would the next part be? And so I'll go in here and I'll send a message and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to connect it, right? I'm going to drag this button here and I'm going to connect it. So it makes it really easy. So when they click that button, send them this. And here is where you can do a couple of things. I did that long sequence over a long period of, you know, 6 messages as kind of a test to see what would happen. And I was really surprised that people got to it. But what I would encourage you to do is use delays a lot and keep your text small, right? So Shreya says, what is considered promotional? If you're asking them to buy something, that's promotional, right? What Facebook is okay with is they are okay with you sending them regular updates about different things that they would be like interested in. And they said, you know, weather updates or, you know, a new article, like they said, like a new article comes out or something like that. So content updates are totally fine. Or you can ask them a question, right? So Kini says, it felt like I was talking to you. And it is, right? You can have this conversation and you can actually like scale the, like I'm in here talking to this bot and I'm programming these conversations, but I'm thinking about it in a way. And what's cool is now you can create different routes. So I can do, you know, I can do one, right? You know, I can say, hey, you know, that's this, here's one reply. And then I can say, hey, you know, here's two, this is the second reply. And what's going to happen is now I've got options where I can now drag these to here, or I can drag them straight to another place. Or those of you guys, you know, we go through in our course some of the advanced flow builder techniques, but you can, you know, use to go to a flow. You can, you know, and you can have it go to a whole nother, you know, message within Chatbot and within your content. You can make sure that they meet a certain criteria. This is great, right? I actually use this on you guys too, because some of you guys completed a survey, a feedback survey, and I haven't forgot about you. I just have to create individual links for all of you guys. So I just, you know, so you can use this and said, if they completed the survey, send them this message. If they didn't, tell them to go to hell. I'm just kidding. I didn't actually say that. But you can change up, and if they are, you know, this type of person, go to this message. They're that person, go to this message. And you just drag it. It makes it really, really easy to do that. So this is kind of the way that I think about my funnels before I'm ever doing it, right? So a quick little tip, here is to use content, right? And I want to show you is to use survey funnels. So one of the questions that came up was the 24-hour rule is basically Facebook does not want this to turn into like a spam fest, right? And Facebook doesn't want people to get bombarded with a bunch of promotional spammy messages, because then that's going to make them leave. That's going to get them upset, right? And so what Facebook, their promotional hour or their 24-hour rule is that you can send a promotional message 24 hours from the last time period that they engaged with you, right? So if they engaged with your bot within 24 hours, it's okay for them to send it's okay for you to send a promotional message. So you want to, if you want to kind of sell them something, just always sell it on the second message. And you should be always, like, I see a lot of people get messages about, you know, like them, like having Facebook say they're not complying with policies. I'm knocking on wood right now, but I haven't had that happen yet, because I try and really, you know, pay attention to, you know, the what's the word? The pulse of my people. So that's that. Okay. So here's what I want to do is encourage you to do a lot of questions and ask your people a lot of questions. So what I did is I created a survey funnel, right, where I actually asked people questions and had them assigned to different things. And then what's great about this is all of these questions get put into a Google Excel file automatically. So I can just go through and read all the answers in an Excel file. And this actually helped me. So this actually helped me to be able to figure out what to talk about on today's training. So you can use these to you know, really get the answers. And here's the thing, Cooney says too many questions would turn them off, and I absolutely agree. I don't like to do more than 3 to 5 questions or so, and I always tell them, like, hey, 2 more questions, or awesome, last thing, or great, 1 more question. Like, so they always know how, like, right, like the status bars on websites and quiz funnels always made it easier for people to you know, made it easier for people to be able to what's the word I'm looking for, like, finish. And the same thing is here. Like, if you let them know, like, hey, 1 more question or 3 more questions are great, that makes it very, very easy. Cool. And we talk about that a lot in our course too. So if you guys have questions, just reach out to me. I want to talk more about the Power Editor though, and show you guys kind of how that actually works. So let's pull that up. And guys, here's the thing. A lot of people have a couple of things, and we talked about running lead forms. We talked about running conversion campaigns, and it's like, if you guys are good at that and that's your thing, like, you know, like, don't let me stop you from doing any of that stuff. But what I found is that it is so much less expensive to be able to run a messenger campaign than it is to be able to actually run a any other form of campaign right now. And that's also because Facebook is really pushing messenger campaigns, but it's also really important to know that you know, it's just really important to know that they are being favored in the news feeds. So I like to use Power Editor, okay? And if you guys are what's great about it is they're becoming really a lot simpler, but You know, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how long it takes for me to be able to bring it up. But I run messages campaigns. That's what I run. I run messages campaigns, and it allows me to be able to track stuff. It allows me to be able to, you know, see who's replying. And it also tells Facebook to send that ad to people who are more likely to engage on Messenger, right? Yeah, you know, CUNY says that their message campaigns have been awesome, right? And so here's the thing, right? The other way is per engagement, and a lot of people run the Facebook comment route, and that's awesome. And I think that is really, really beneficial if you are running organic posts or you are boosting posts. The comment growth tool is great I love it for organic, right? I love it for organic because if you already have a lot of followers and you already have a large fan page, it's really, really great to be able to leverage those posts to be able to get you know, people to comment. It's also great for social proof. So don't get me wrong. Do I use it? I do use it, but not as much. I use it when I find that it would be appropriate for what I'm trying to do. But I'll tell you, it acts as like a double opt-in is what happens. It really keeps them. It acts as a double opt-in. Just earlier today in the ManyChat community, I noticed someone posted that they were using the comment growth tool, and people weren't responding to the messages right away, and so then it wasn't picking up the response as, you know, to the Facebook post. It was just picking up their response as the welcome message. And so I think that it really is not as efficient. However, like I said, it offers that unique opportunity to be able to get those subscribers organically if you have a large Facebook fan page already. You know, a lot of followers, a lot of likes on it already, and it also is a great thing for social proof. So it's also awesome to start out and run, you know, kind of engagement posts, and then if you know how to switch that over to, you know, a conversion campaign, it makes it even easier because you can have all those comments on there to run. So you can run both. Yeah, you can run both for sure. So let's just show you, and let's see. So here's one account, and let's dive in. And I want to show you how you don't even need to code JSON anymore, and you can. And the JSON coding tool in ManyChat is great, and you can use that. For me, a lot of my students are not coders, and so I've just found that it is easier to not use, you know, that stuff. So I'll show you actually right in here in Facebook how you can be able to how to do that. So let's go back to that campaign, right? And I'm going to click here. And I want to show you kind of what we did and how we connected it to Facebook, right? And so this is a messages campaign. And the thing with messages campaign is your placements are pretty limited, but I like that. I like that they're also very targeted. It's very limited, and what I mean by that is you're only going to pretty much show up on mobile news feeds, but it's like, that's okay with me, right? And I don't even like to use Messenger messages ads on Instagram because it actually has a weird integration where if they click on that ad on Instagram, it's going to make them sign into Messenger through Instagram, so it's not actually going to like directly connect. So it's really weird. It requires a bunch of, it's not good. So I wouldn't run the placements on Instagram. Well, let me show you what all you have to do, okay? So what you're going to do is since it's a messages campaign, what you're going to do is, I'm trying to pull it up here. At the bottom, it's going to say set up messages. And what you're going to do is you're just going to create a keyword, or if you use Chatfuel, you're going to use an AI, right? You're going to connect it to AI. And in ManyChat, you're going to connect it to your keyword. So sorry that my computer is running so damn slow, but I'm looking here in the chat. Does anybody have any questions? I guess I haven't stopped in a little bit. It looks like would you suggest integrating chatbots with Instagram? Hopefully, Jake, that answered your question. Not directly through ads. It doesn't exactly work out, which is kind of weird. You would think that they would have that interface fixed out. So hopefully that helped. Great. I don't know why this is not coming up. Oh, maybe it's because it's... All right. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Okay, cool. So at the bottom of every ad when you're building it, there's going to be a spot to set up messages. And I'll show you what's going on. And Zoom is definitely consuming all my bandwidth for sure. So we'll just let it run and let it come up. Oh, and it says that it's unresponsive. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Wooden computer. So sorry about that, guys. So that's live stuff for you. So on the bottom of everything, though, there's going to be a part that says set up messages. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you use something called use the quick replies, not the buttons. And the reason that that's important is because the quick replies actually, they act as a response to your messenger. And so if they only hit the button, they're not guaranteed to subscribe to your bot. Whereas if they hit the quick reply, that is like them interacting with the bot, and that's like them sending a direct message to your bot. And so that's why it's really, really important to connect a keyword in ManyChat or to connect a AI in ChatFuel to whatever your quick reply is in Facebook. Okay? All right. It's not loading. But does everybody get that? Was that enough? I don't know. We could stay here, but we're at the hour mark, and I like to keep these tight and concise. I have so let's see an example of a quick reply. Okay, I'm trying to load it up here. Let's see if we can get it up here. Jim, great question. So it actually works when they click. Oh no, it happened again. Let me see if I have one on this here. Let me see if I have. Okay, give me 1 second. If you guys are willing to hang out, give me 1 second and we'll try and do it. Got that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And okay. Do share screen. All right. All right, awesome. So let's go in here and let's try this again. Let's go into Ads Manager. And I apologize for those of you guys who this is killing. I hate unprepared trainings as well. So I apologize for those people who this is just delaying. But let's keep moving. Throw your questions there. Okay, so it looks like you guys can see. Let's see. This doesn't work with video ads. It does work. Now, here's the thing. You can run a video ad to it, and it'll just they will have to click the message button or the learn more button in order to interact with it. So it looks just like a it looks like normal, just like a normal article post is really what it looks like. Cooney says that your messaging campaign ad has to make it really clear. Yeah, the call to action, I always say just click here and we'll message it to you. Just click here and we'll message it to you. That's what we always do. So we always just say in the call to action, click the button below and we'll message it to you, or click the button here and we'll message it. Let's see what we can do. I wonder if it's easier to create an ad. as well. I wonder if that's going to be less bandwidth than pulling all of this stuff. So thanks for being patient. You guys are amazing here. I guess this is a great time to interact and take any questions. If you guys have any about any of this stuff, feel free to throw those down there as well. I'm going to, if you guys are watching this, somehow you guys are catching this on Facebook, then come hang out with us live on the Zoom call because it's taking too much bandwidth. So come hang out with us later. All right, boom. Okay, that was it. That was what I needed to do. All right, so let's hop in, and we got some bandwidth back, baby. Yeah. Okay, so do I recommend ManyChat or Chatfuel? I recommend both. I recommend that they are different for each one. And the reason I say that is they are, ManyChat is very simpler, much simpler. And if I'm going to be handing it off, or I'm going to be teaching somebody, or someone is in the kind of internet marketing direct response game, then I am going to use ManyChat. If I'm going to give it to a company and they're going to want to use different integrations and maybe connect it with different servers and just require some different types of more complex interactions, I'm going to use Chatfuel, also because it makes it easier to clone. So Chatfuel has more possibilities, but it's also not as intuitive. Okay. So look down here on the right. So here's what the message actually looks like, okay? And you can use ManyChat, or you can use Zapier with both of them, but ManyChat or Zapier is easier with ManyChat. So here's what it looks like, okay, on the right. That's actually what, when they click the button, here's the ad, okay? It's a carousel ad, all right? And I'll show you in here. I'll show you in here that when you guys have like carousel ads, I mean, look at that. Both of those are 10 out of 10, like 10 relevance scores, right? So it's really, really, you know, it's just so huge to run carousel ads, number one, okay? That's the first thing. So it looks just like a normal carousel ad, right? Just a normal carousel ad. And I use pictures on the carousel ads, not videos, because if they click a picture, then they're gonna go, like, they have this whole surface area to click, right? Affordable home, send message, the picture, and if they click the picture, they're gonna go to the bot. But if it's a video, they're only gonna watch the video. So if I'm gonna use a video, I like to use one video and then 2 pictures for the carousels at least, or something like that. But here's what the ad looks like, okay? Just a normal ad, text that you don't, it just really just, you don't even, you have text, and then you can add your headline, okay? So that's really, really helpful. You can change your call to action. You have to have a call to action though, okay? It's a mandate on message campaigns to have a call to action. So you can do that. And then down here, there's gonna be a button that says set up messages, all right? Now down here on the bottom, you can see what it's actually going to look like. And I don't know, I wish I could make this bigger, but I don't think I can. So here's what it's actually going to look like, okay? Now, what's great about it now is you can add personalization. So this is actually something they added within the last week. So you can go hi, you know, first name, and then make it really clear. Click the button below to get all the cool stuff, right? You can say, you know, do something like that. Let's see if that worked, okay? Jim, carousel ads are the highest. Carousel ads have gotten me, the lowest relevance score I've ever gotten on a carousel ad was like a 7. So ever on like even shitty ads. So that I run carousel ads as much as I can. So Katie says, how did I get the name in there? I click add personalization. This is very, very new. Okay, this is very, very new. Now I make the welcome message in. I make this message in Facebook, not in ManyChat, and you can make it in ManyChat. Now here's the thing. Okay. Down here, before the personalization, I wouldn't even use any text up at the top. I would put all of my instructions right in this button right here. And so you'll see in the headline, you also have an opportunity to have a message title, which is this bolded part. So I make that like the offer or like what they're getting. That's the call to action. And then the subtitles, I put the direction. And I say, click, in quotes, Russellville Homes below to see homes for sale. And you'll notice here on the bottom, it says suggested replies. Okay, suggested replies. And I can make a button, but you'll notice buttons can send people to a destination out of the message conversation, or they can prompt a bot response using a payload. I don't want to get all confusing using a payload. So I'm going to use a suggested reply. And suggested replies are preset responses. They help start and guide the conversation and increase the likelihood of replies. And so I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to make that exactly what it says, to click Russellville Homes. And so down here at the bottom, here's what it's actually going to look like. And they're just going to see this big button on here that says Russellville Homes. So think about it. We talked about at the beginning why it's so much better than putting in your email or running regular ClickFunnels websites and stuff. And I still use ClickFunnels because I use ClickFunnels for my for my site, my members area and my landing page. My in order for people to like pay and stuff like that. And I don't still use it. I like Facebook Messenger more because it's less fees. But reply is not initiating the bot correctly. So here's what you got to do. Okay, so let's actually finish this training and get y'all ready to go. Okay, because we didn't really talk about it. So you go in here, and what you do is you go into automation. And so let's actually go in here. I'll show you where it connected with that one campaign. So if I go into automation and I go into my keywords, I go into my keywords. I'm going to go into my keywords, and I'm actually, you'll notice Russellville Homes right there. That was from the ad that we talked about. And then it's actually going to send them this message. And you'll notice here that we actually put together, it says you can browse our site right here. So all we did is just put a link to their website. That's literally all we did. And now we have them as a subscriber. And the cool thing is that, out of these people, we've had, 25, 40, about 80 so or people of them actually self-qualify themselves. I see a few of you guys on there, you jerks. You're screwing up my agents, my clients' numbers. Can you see the flow? No, because it's going to take too long. Sorry. I love you, but it's going to take too long. This was a Facebook ad stream. So here's all it is. Like literally that's it. You have a little button and you have a quick reply. That is it. That's it. Okay. So here, this quick reply connects right into the sequences, right? Excuse me, the keywords. And then the keywords, I actually add a tag to them. And then that buyer intro goes them into the sequences. And then the sequences right here, all it does is it asks them these questions. Okay. And then our agent takes over for them afterwards. All right. So that was good, huh? What do we think? I mean, I'm curious, did you guys learn? We've been here for now about a little over an hour. Our first group chat started at 10:56, so an hour and 10 minutes. You guys are amazing. I'm so thankful that you guys came in and hung out with me. Should we do a quick recap? Okay, let's see here. Let's do a quick recap. Let's jump back and go to this. Okay. So let's talk about at the beginning, right? We talked about kind of the value add, right? We talked about it, you using it to sell to clients, and you can use it to upsell them. And hey, we've got this new service. You want to pay us more? Or hey, this is how cool we are. Here's a way to do that, right? Or you can do it to build your own business, right? We have, I have real estate agents who are also students who use chatbots to build their business. I have, digital marketers who are students who use this to launch their funnels and launch their products. I have other digital marketers who offer these services to their agents. So lots of ways that you can do that. And then the lessons that we got into, right? The lessons was how to create a no-brainer offer, right? We really went into and talked about the offer and how important it was to have an offer that people actually wanted and how to frame that and stuff like that. We talked about making an offer. We also talked about how you can use and siphon traffic. Then we went into delivering your funnel with your chatbot. I took you through some of the flow builder stuff. We went through some of the just ways that you can utilize that, some of the ways that I think through, building out sequences and quick replies and stuff like that. And then the last was we talked about 10 relevant scores, which was the carousel ads, and 80-cent subscribers, which was messages campaigns, right? Not necessarily, you can get them, you can get, of course, if you get a viral video, or of course, if you have a viral post, of course, you can get amazing stuff from your comments, right? But what I've found is that if I want a, you know, a guaranteed thing that I'm not going to have to test, and a guaranteed thing that can work as reliably as running traffic and conversion campaigns, then I'm going to run a messages campaign. What kind of copyright am I using? They're not actually, I'm not promoting a particular ad, or a particular house. So they're not actually under law to be, you know, we don't need to copyright them or anything like that. The ads or the leads get delivered to clients via email. So that's a great question. Let's see here. How can I show you that? Let's go back here. Let's go into here. And what I'll show you is that from ManyChat, I actually convert all of their information, and their information gets taken out of ManyChat and gets put into, oh, that's not what I wanted to do, and gets put into an email. And we just send them all the relevant information. So let's see here. If I go into my sent folder, you'll see here, like here's like a partial lead. If they didn't get all the way through, you know, they'll get that. Let's see, like this one here was for the campaign that we ran. So it says, hey, this person wants to buy a home. And then this is based on the question that they answered. And then it says, you know, here's also the question that they answered and where they can be reached at. So we actually take all the information out of ManyChat and we put it as well. How much do I charge to do this? $1 million. That's what I say every time. No, I'm not pitching necessarily on this on this training. If you guys want, you know, who wants more? Because it's 12:11. I've got bots that I've got to finish building, and I've got a few links to go out and create. So obviously you can't create everything, you know, as a, you know, well, here's what I'll finish up with, okay? Kevin says he could chill more. So here's what I would say, right now is the gold rush of messenger marketing, right? Go out now, and like now is the time to take advantage of it, because not everybody is using it, and like literally every business and every industry is out there to, you know, to do that. Andy, message me if you guys have questions. You know, Julio, if you guys have questions about that stuff, message me individually. We'll talk prices because it depends on complexity. And even if you guys are starting from scratch, I showed you guys my individual chatbot, and I just hit like 600 subscribers, and I haven't really ran a whole lot of ads to that. I think I've ran like maybe $40 or $50 in ads, you know, kind of in that playing around. All of that has been organic. And what I want to tell you is that if you're launching a business, right, and you're launching a product or a, you know, some sort of service or an app or whatever you're launching, right, chatbots are the best way to launch things right now, because you know, chatbots are the best thing to chatbots are the best thing to, you know, to have, you know, in your back pocket, because of all the high open rates, the engagement rates, things like that. And also, if you're starting an agency, everybody sells Facebook ads. Everybody sells that. Everybody knows how to do that, but nobody knows how to do that. I have some people who I really look up to in the agency game, asking and reaching out like, hey, who knows how to do Facebook, you know, messenger ads, or who knows how to do messenger bots? And so chatbots are the best way to, you know, to do that. And here's what my goal, right? I really want to, you know, not just give you a fish, but also teach you how to fish for it, you know, how to fish, right? I think that's really the important thing. And Ron says, and fishing's not that hard. So anyways, here's my old chat, you know, my old webinar slide, but I like this one because over the past hour, like, I just want to ask, like, would you guys agree that it's been time well spent? Okay. I'm curious if you guys have learned some stuff. Was this great? You know, this has been one of my larger live trainings, so I appreciate you guys sticking around. And the reason I have that is I get off these trainings and I am like so like wiped. I'm so exhausted. Ruben, is there a replay? Well, I'm going to get to that in a second. So obviously we can't cover everything. You guys are asking tons of questions and amazing questions, but we can't cover that in an hour training. So if you guys like, I do have a course. I didn't plan on pitching it unless you guys wanted to hear about it. And honestly, it's not going to be a long drawn out pitch like lots of these webinars. I just want to tell you what you get, show you some people who are in it, and then give you the price and a sweet deal. So is anybody interested? Bob says yes. Sean says yes. Cooney says yes. Okay. All right. So let's just get to it. So here's the thing. Okay. I've got 17 offers right now. I got 17 spots. So even if everybody, like literally, I only do these rounds in 17, you know, and I don't know why I pick 17. I just do because I like that number. And so there's only 17 spots about, you know, that are available for this particular offer. Okay. So I just want to start out saying that I can't take everybody, even if all of you guys on the call wanted to be. But I do have, here's, I guess, kind of just go through everything that's in it, right? Because you get a ton of stuff. And this, I'm not going to walk you through all of this stuff, but I will, or I'm not going to belabor you with making you listen to all of that stuff. But what you get, here it is. So what you get is the whole course, right? So I actually want to pull up the course and actually show you what comes in the course, because I think that it would just be cool for you guys to see what you guys get, because a lot of you guys are ManyChat people, and ManyChat was actually the place where I started. So I've kind of akin to that a little bit. So I wanted to pull up what goes down. So let's see. Here's actually the course page. Here it is. So there is, so Amir, I'm going to send out the template. I'm going to message the templates to you. So if you want the template, you can get it through Messenger. I'll make sure to follow up, or my fiance might actually follow up. I love her to death, but she's great at that stuff. She's amazing at getting you guys the stuff that you need. So here's what it is, right? So walks all the way through ManyChat, you know, getting set up, setting your welcome message, all the details about broadcasts and stuff like that, all the details about additional actions, segmentations, tagging, sequences, how to use Flow Builder, right? Sequences. Bob, send me a message if you have any questions. Oh, Amir says the one in your course. Those are actually Chatfuel templates, unfortunately, if you guys are only into ManyChat, but those are Chatfuel templates. But we just give you admin access to all of our templates. You'll get subscribers. You'll get the audience tab, how to use all that stuff. So that's kind of the ManyChat setup. But then we also have been doing group coaching calls. And so the basic chatbot coaching call, right, we have how to do that. What we call our accelerated method, an advanced group coaching call. We talk about how to use individual welcome messages, pricing and positioning, Chatfuel versus ManyChat, ClickFunnels integration, how to use Flow Builder, advanced survey funnels, Chatfuel setup in here, how to use Zapier and your chatbot, how to run ads to it. And then I also have how to individually, like a walkthrough of growing your bots with ads. So like a 10-minute video on how to set up a messenger campaign, and a little bit shorter video of how to set up a comment campaign. And then if you do join, everybody in my course, they get Chatfuel templates, because unfortunately ManyChat doesn't make it easy to make templates. But you'll get a home services template from Chatfuel. You'll get a real estate template from Chatfuel. E-commerce, live event, and a restaurant template that you can use, and you can just plug in your stuff as well. And then there's a whole section on how to actually sell chatbots to people too. So there's a whole, you know, this is kind of all the stuff in there. And then you get a bunch of other things. So with all this stuff, you get access to all of these different courses and different material and stuff as well. So that's what's in the course. Make sense? Questions on the course? So that's actually the course, right? You also get a live weekly Q&A. So every week I do a live Q&A with our chatbot course, where you can just hop on and ask any questions. We do them once a week. They usually go for about 45 minutes to an hour. You'll get all that. You get the chatbot templates I mentioned that I showed you, the real estate one, the e-commerce one, the live event one, the restaurant one, the home services one. And then everybody who does it today, like I said, that's why I've only got 17 spots. Will actually get a one-on-one call with me, and then you'll actually be able to, work through whatever your questions are. And then I have some templates in there as well that will allow you to be able to, use those to get clients, because I know that's a lot of people's questions. So I know one of your questions was, how detailed are the templates? I'll kind of walk you through and kind of show them. They're actually templates in here as well. The templates are, let's see. So here are the templates. Here's the real estate one. So the real estate one goes through all of these, and then it actually has places where they're able to schedule appointments with them. And so it actually makes it easy to be able to get all that information. And then it also has all the stuff in here so that you can do that, right? I don't know. This is detailed. So it has all of this. It has on the welcome message for the real estate one, it has so that you can get your home's worth. It has, you can view listings in the area. You can send them an individual messages, and it even connects to some other free resources. Jim wants to see the live event one. Sure. So this one is here. This is actually an event or one I built for one of my mentors. And so here it is. And then you'll notice that what it does, it has them, it's kind of a little carousel, quick reply carousel. And then what it does is it goes through and it has videos of every, things, how to register, videos of what they can expect, stuff like that. So it integrates some different stuff. So that's the live event one. So is that detailed? I don't know. These are just ones that I've built for my, I'll show you here. The live event one is pretty detailed. This one, the home services one is pretty detailed, excuse me. This one is actually pretty great. This one uses some survey marketing and conditional formatting. And what happens is that it can actually walk them through a survey, right, based on, relevant questions. And then what it actually does is it, answers them with certain things. So, so that's kind of what that's all about. All right, let's jump back. So that's the templates, the one-on-one call, and then you get some more templates too. So I always, let's see here. People always ask, like, does it work? And I guess, I'll just share with you some peeps in our course. So these are some people here. This is actually Carl, who's someone in our course, and didn't only copy one. Oh, that's lame. Someone in our course, and he was actually in a really tough spot, but when he bought it, some cool things ended up happening, and he's actually on his way to coming back to the States. So I'm excited about that. Let's see. I have some few other ones in here that I just want to show you because people always ask, like, does it work? Right? Is it going to work for me? Right? So here's what people get out of it. I think that for them being able to take away and be able to use this in their business right away. So this is what happened right after one of our group calls. People got a bunch of ideas and they're able to integrate it into their businesses. Here's actually what Carl said. He says, I have to say I step out several programs. I was really putting finances on the line, but he's appreciative of the group. Has brought in no regrets. So I just, that's my goal, is to deliver kind of a no-brainer offer where it makes total sense for people. Here's another one of our students, Will. He says he's working on his first building of his first full chatbot, and he's realizing just how valuable having an experienced friend in your corner can be. And I just think that that's huge, right? You can get the information, but we really try and give you the community and the support as well. So the templates are in ChatFuel, and the ones that I sent are the ones that I made. They're maybe they got out onto the marketplace. I'm not totally sure, but in the course you actually get a walkthrough of all the stuff as well. So I'm curious. The normal price here, okay, after the launch, we're eventually going to get up to a $9.97 price, okay, but it's not going to be that today. I'm not even going to give you, we normally do it for $197, but since you guys literally sat down with me for an hour and something, I have 17 spots, but it's not going to be at $197. It's actually only going to be at $97 today, because I didn't expect to pitch anything. So if you guys want to get in the course, I think that would be awesome. It's $97. I don't even have a thing on here to show you that, but I guess I should. So if you guys want to get in, send me a message. Don't go to the Facebook page, because it's going to, or excuse me, don't go to the landing page, because it's going to charge you the $197 price. So if you guys want to get in, just send me a direct message and we will give it to you for $97. So you'll get everything. Send me a message on my Facebook, or you can just Jim, stick around and reach out. I'll actually, here, should we make it easier? So if you guys want to do Facebook Messenger, you can either just Facebook message me, or if you just want to PayPal me, then you can do that as well. It says, let's talk. Okay, we can definitely talk, but that's what it is for the course. Okay, if you guys want to go any more, message me. But $97 will get you into the whole stuff. It really is, Sean. I wanted to make it a no-brainer. There's 17 spots, so if you can figure out how to do it and how to figure out how to get in, message me. But if you go through the regular website, okay, the ClickFunnels site, it's going to charge you the $197. So here, let me just show you. Here, let me just make it really easy for you on how to do it, right? So I'm going to show you really quickly how to do this. I'm going to make it boom, so I know who wants to get in, okay? So I'm going to go in here to content. Now I'm just going to go to growth tools, and it's going to go in here. I'm going to show you how easy it is to create an opt-in. Like, someone time me, okay? Seriously, go. Do you want to join the course for $97? Yes. Oh, you can't see. Shoot. You can't see. All right, I'm over here making it. Do you want the course for $97? Yes, I want in. This is all as easy as it can be. Yes, I want in. Okay. And here's what's going to happen. Okay. When you click this, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to send a message, and I'm going to send an action right here that's going to notify me. Okay, Cooney, we'll talk later, man. Send me a message. I'm going to send, I'm going to add a tag, and it's going to be called $97. Okay. And then I'm also going to notify admin. I'm going to notify me that wants to buy the course at 97. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. And then when you click that, what's going to happen is I will send you a message, and it'll get this one, and it'll say, okay, I will reach out ASAP, and that's it. And then boom, and then I publish it, and then I go back to my growth tool, and I'm going to call it 97. I'm going to save it, and I've got an opt-in. Cuny, yeah, I'll give you the recording. Send me a message. I'll give you the recording. So here it is. So if you guys want to get in, literally all you have to do is click that link, the m.me/millennial skills, and I'll get notified and I'll follow up with you. Otherwise, if you want the normal course, or you're going to get the normal course, but if you want to pay the normal price, go to the ClickFunnels one. But if you want to get in early or get in for just the special price for you guys, because honestly, half of you guys had no idea who I was, a couple of days ago. So I totally get that, and I'd love to just reward you guys for hanging out with me for a little bit. To the sales page so I can get another look. Cool, sure. Let's just so that's that, and then let's just go back to this. All right, because you get all of this stuff. So you get all that. Boom. So there's this. So click the m.me. Click the m.me/millennial skills. That one. Right? That's the one that you want to do. And it'll tell me. It'll give me a little notification. I've only got 17 spots, so those are going to go when they go. And we're going to work with those people, bring them on, and help them get results. And then we'll kind of go from there as well. So anywho, I'm excited about this. If you guys have any other questions, by all means, feel free to throw those down there. Let's see. Message me if you guys got like specific questions, or you can even message me privately through the chat if you have something like personal. Campbell says, well played. I wasn't very interested at the start of this webinar, but that's a no-brainer. Well, I didn't know if anybody was going to be interested. I'll tell you how this webinar came about. I was sitting at 1:30 in the morning. I was getting some work done doing finishing a chatbot actually. And something told me, they were like, you need to do a training on Facebook ads because the ManyChat community is starving for it. And I said, okay, because like nobody had done it yet. And I said, okay, let's do it. And literally the next morning I woke up with 150 comments. And so this is how it happened. And we're here. So I appreciate it as well. The great thing is that you can convert all those templates to ManyChat, just by understanding what the sequences are in Chatfield and how they're kind of built out. So if your concern is about being able to use the Chatfield templates and not knowing how to use them in ManyChat, that's actually not a bad idea, because now ManyChat makes it really easy for you to be able to transfer over a bot to another person. So and transfer over a whole bot to another page. So I'm actually pretty excited about that, because I think we'll start building some of our templates in ManyChat as well. So Sean says, I saw how the leads get delivered to the client. How do you automate it so they get all the lead flow and survey answers? Cool. Hey, Dart, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, an hour and a half is no joke. So I appreciate you taking the time and hanging out. Let me show you what that looks like, Sean. And that's in Chatfield. In ManyChat. Oh, actually, let's show you in ManyChat. I can show you in ManyChat. Who's one? So if we go in here, and then I'm going to go into content, and I'm going to go into sequences. I'm going to go into buyer intro. I'm going to go into timeline. Okay. So notice how this works out. Okay. So here we go. So I've got the questions, right? So it's like, hey, when are you looking to buy a home? Okay. And then all of these quick replies are set up to subscriber custom fields, right? You'll notice it says, oh, excuse me. They're down here. Oh, it looks like just add tag. It looks like I just added the tag. So it does that. But you can also set the subscriber custom field. I think I did that later on in my later builds. But you'll notice that it'll, I can do that. And I want to add in, I'm going to add this in here. What I'll do is I'll do set a subscriber custom field. And so if you go in here, set subscriber custom field, and if I have that, this timeline, I can put timeline is there. And I'm going to create that as the custom field is timeline. And then the text is great. Boom, boom. And then I'm going to set the value as ASAP. So I did that. I used to do that with tags, but now I do that with subscriber custom fields. Then it goes over here. Once again, I'm using quick replies to answer questions. You'll notice set subscriber custom field, pre-approved or not. Okay. And then at the end of it, I add a tag, right, that says buyer info complete. And I think you guys are seeing this. Yeah, buyer info complete. And then that tag connects to a Zap in Zapier that actually triggers a Gmail and pulls the Gmail to, and sends this email. So what I do is I create a Zap in here. That's in here. And I go to Zaps. And I go to ad agency. And so you'll notice my Zap is, where is it? Adam email. So what I do and what it looks like is it looks like it says, hey, Adam and team, the username from ManyChat is looking for, here's their custom field. They can be reached at their phone custom field. Or boom, boom, boom. Everybody always asks about Aaron. That is actually, I need to get him off my page. He's actually a friend of my partners, and I've not worked with Aaron. I only have kind of heard about him at a distance. I consulted with him a little bit, but I didn't work with him too much. He's a character for sure. I can't speak to anything. I've heard both. A lot of people say amazing stuff, and a lot of people say crazy stuff. So I I have no idea what is the truth. So that's how I do it, Sean, and hopefully that helped as well. So Jim says, how do you build a custom audience from your carousel ad? So if I want a custom audience for my carousel ad, I'm going to want to build it in the only way that I can do it. I don't know if I can necessarily do carousel ads necessarily just from that carousel ad. But if you go to custom audience, you can do it based on engagement. So that's the only thing I would do. I might not do it based on the carousel ad, or you can just do it custom audience here, and you can do it based on everybody who has clicked on your Facebook page, everybody who has engaged with any post or ad. You can do that. So even if they click on it but they don't actually subscribe, they'll go into that audience there. So that's where you can use that. Hopefully it helps. Cool. Cool, Sabrina. Thanks for hanging out. Kevin, I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, this is your time now. I've been here. I covered my training. I guess we're still recording, I guess. Huh? Yeah. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, a lot of them will get answered in the course. So since we brought it up, go get in. Go get into it. And what I try and do is the content is amazing to have, and you'll find that there are some great course creators out there. But what I really try and provide with everything is not only great content so that you guys know what to do, but then also to provide weekly support so that you guys can get your questions answered. And it's funny because sometimes people just have like the smallest little questions that hold them up. And it's like, I answer it in 30 seconds, and then they're like, boom, they're off to the races. So having that, a lot of times with like big time courses, you don't have that direct connection. And, Facebook groups are great, and asking questions in Facebook groups are great, but sometimes that can only go to a certain, it can go only to a certain level. So our course has really turned into quite a community because people get to hang out with them, really up to 3 times a week. Because I didn't even mention that everybody gets access to our Millennial Skills Mastermind too, which we meet twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I just given the value because I didn't know if anybody was going to show up today. So I'll make it easy for you guys, make it a no-brainer. Sakar, you're welcome. Colin, you're welcome. Shreyas, you're welcome. Alpha, you're welcome. Awesome, guys. If you guys, if you guys got in the course, great. That's amazing. If you guys didn't and still want to, create some reciprocity, share a little bit about what you learned today, and feel free to tag me in it. Let me know, what I can do for you. My messenger inbox is crazy. That's why I found Chatbots, because it was so nuts. So, if I don't get back to you right away, forgive me. Just keep hounding me until I get you your links, until I get you your templates, because I'm just started working with an assistant. So now I've got some stuff, that I can free up to do. So feel free to hound me if I owe you something. Reach out to me and message me. So I will, let me see if I can grab my phone. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get my, I guess I can just go in here and get you guys the links. 1 second. If you guys are in the US, what I would do is, the easiest thing, honestly, is Facebook Messenger. But if you want to do PayPal, I can get that link as well. So either one. Facebook Messenger is easier just because they don't take any fees or anything like that, and it connects right to your debit card. But PayPal is cool too, because PayPal is PayPal. So let me get you guys a link if you guys want to get in on that. So I love it. So I hear you. I just want to make it easy for you guys. So I hear you. There it is. So when you guys do that, what I'll do is I'll send you a link to access all the content. I'll send you, I'll actually invite you to our private messenger group. We actually have a messenger group with all the people who are in the course. And then also I will work on getting you your Chatfuel templates, because Chatfuel makes me create individual templates or individual links for each person. That will take just a little bit, but I promise you I will get them to you as well. And then so you're going to get, communicate with me. And if you are in the US and you do Facebook, you can do it there. If not, you can do the PayPal as well. And if not, and if like I always say, if this is too much, right? Like I totally understand. Like stay involved. I do these free trainings from time to time, and stay engaged. There's a free chatbot challenge, and it's like, go out there, land a client, and come back. You know what I mean? Like, I just think about if you got one client, like it'd pay for itself, tenfold. So totally hear you. But I just think about what it could do. I get it. I get it. So stay engaged, and just stay around. Take advantage of the free content. That's what it's there for. And we'll have these trainings from time to time as well. So it's paypal.me/millennial skills. That's where it is if you want to get it. So cool. So it looks like some people are in. Awesome. You guys are great. Campbell, I will send you all your links, and I will get you all your stuff. That looks fantastic. Who else is in? Who else got in? Somo Media Group. Oh, that's Jim. Oh, Jim's in. Okay, Jim. Awesome. Sean sent a message on Facebook. Cool. Sounds great. The rest of you guys, if you guys have any questions about it, feel free to hang out. And you guys are probably thinking, like, do you need to know how to use chatbots already? No. Do you need to have a chatbot agency? No. If you're looking to grow your business through digital marketing and through social media, and you're looking to leverage these things, then it's going to be, it's going to help you. If not for the fact that you're just going to be able to hang out twice a week with people. 3 times a week with people who are out there engaged in this stuff, doing it. So anywho, Vanessa, thanks for hanging out. Vanessa's in the course. Come hang out with us a little bit. Larry's in the course. Larry, you'll hang out with Larry on our masterminds. Who else is in our course that's on right now? Cool. So you guys are awesome. Looks like a few people are in. So I don't know, guys. I can stick around and just kind of hang out and answer any questions. Otherwise, go get in the course. Come hang out with us. It's going to be a great time. We'll get you get your bot rolling, and then we'll get you selling bots. I think that's my main goal is to have our first student, have one of our students sell their first $10,000 bot, right? Like that's my next goal, is to get everybody, get one of our people to sell their first $10,000 bot. And then after that, someone's going to sell a $100,000 bot. It's out there. It's going to happen. So those are my goals, is to help our students create those 4-minute miles and go out there. And whether it's, hey, if you haven't sold your first bot, like to sell your first bot, right? Like, $100, $1,000. If you've already sold it, let's go after, your first 5-figure bot, right? Let's go after, and then after that, and, upwards and onwards. Do I have any material on Facebook ads? In the course, there's lots of stuff. I haven't put together a full course on it. I do run all my Facebook ads, and I run all the campaigns. So a lot of the videos and the trainings have that stuff in there. And then also the live Q&As, we talk a lot about, how to run and leverage Facebook ads to connect with the messenger campaigns. So, yeah, absolutely. You can get some of that stuff too. And everybody gets a one-on-one call as well. So you guys can get that stuff too. Cool. You guys just like hanging out to like hear me talk? This is weird. Just kidding. Otherwise, it still says that there's few people on, and I'd be rude to not hang out and stick around while you guys are here. So, Jim, I will I will send you that right now. I'll take a look. Sean says he can't leave unless I stop talking. Okay. I hear you. All right. The rest of you guys, if you're not getting in the course, go home or go do something else. Otherwise, come get in. I'll reach out and answer any questions if you guys have any. Kevin, peace out. Great to have you. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. As well. And we'll see you on the calls. So just for a schedule, our masterminds, which are just invitation on an obligation, you don't have to come to any of them. They're just bonuses that you can show up, kind of like, it's like showing up to the gym, right? For your business success. You can work out by yourself by all means, and some people are disciplined to do that, but other people like to be around around other people. And that's great. And they like to get, help from other people. And so that's totally, that's kind of why we do it. So that for those people who need, human interaction and need to be around other people, those are on Tuesday mornings at 7 a.m. and Thursdays afternoons at 4 p.m. Pacific. Okay. So we try and make it so that you can make it to at least one of them. And then Fridays mornings are our live Q&As. And so the goal is that throughout the week, you're out there building bots, you're out there selling bots, and then on Friday, you can come in and ask questions. Like, hey, how did I do this? How did I do that? And so it's a great way for people to be able to get that kind of live weekly support that they wouldn't, normally get from a regular course, because information alone, even if all the modules are amazing stuff, doesn't mean that you're going to go out there and take action, doesn't mean that you're going to go out there and get results, doesn't mean that you're going to go out there and have, and just feel like you can do it, right? I mean, I think that belief is such a big part of these things. And so we really want to surround you with as many people who can help you, right? Who can support you, who can guide you. So that's what it's for. You get a bunch of other stuff in the course too. There's a bunch of just other content that I've had, in there on, running businesses and starting businesses and leveraging social media and all that kind of stuff. So all that stuff's in there as well. I will put the address in there. Cool. Okay, so I've got a few people who are in. Awesome. So Sakar, you, Herbal Vitality, is that you? I'm wondering if that's you. 'Cause I got that in, so that's cool. We've got a few other people who are in. So if you guys have questions, let me know. Awesome. I'll make sure that I reach out and get you guys the links and get you guys the recordings to this too, because I think that would be helpful for everybody as well. All right, guys, you guys are awesome. I think we're gonna call it. I think we're gonna wave the white flag. And if you guys have any other questions, reach out to me. I'll send out this replay to you guys who showed up. If you showed up, you'll get the replay. And there's a few more spots left. Not all 17 spots have been taken. So if you guys want to get in, find a way to scrounge up some Christmas money and ask for an early Christmas present, right? Like, people always like, my mom, she's like, what do you want for Christmas? Because she's gifts. That's her love language. And she still always buys me gifts no matter how old I am. And she's like, what do you want? I'm like, I don't really want anything, right? But if I told her that, like, I was like, hey, like, could you buy me like this digital marketing course, right? Like, that's really what I think would be awesome. Now that I think about it, I should ask for that, because there are some courses that I've been putting off. So may not be the worst thing to put on your Christmas list, for sure. So anyways, reach out to me. There are a few spots left. And those will go, though. After those, we'll bump up the price back up to normal price, and then kind of go from there. All right, guys, you have an amazing Sunday. The rest of you guys are incredible people, and appreciate you hanging out with me. All right, talk to you later.